Welcome to the Energy Within podcast, helping you to embrace your weird, beat imposter syndrome, and take action on your soul's purpose. My name is Carrie Jokala. I am your host. I am a Reiki master teacher, a fitness instructor, a wife, a mom to 2 little boys, and this is episode 195, only 5 away from 200 episodes. The greatest gift you could give right now to help as we approach 200 episodes is to leave a rating and a review, ideally a 5-star rating and a positive review, and share this episode or any of your favorite episodes to your social media, and make sure you tag me and just help spread the word about the podcast so that it continues to reach more and more people. We've hit 20,000 lifetime downloads, which is amazing, and I just want it to keep growing. So today is going to be brief because even though I have plenty of big topics I would like to cover, I just haven't had the time to sit down and carefully think through what I want them to be about, or like how I want to say things, because they're going to be deeper topics, slightly longer episodes, not longer than normal, but longer than this episode. And I'm already a day behind, and just my energy this week has kind of been all over the place. I don't know much about this Schumann resonance, but I keep seeing things about like spikes in the energy field. I don't know if it's the earth or the sun. I'm not really sure. But lots of big energy spikes just in the atmosphere, in the ether, all around us energetically, that is messing with all of us. There may have been a new moon, I think. Plus, then today, the day I'm recording this, not the day you're listening to it because it's going to be out on Thursday, but Wednesday is the first day of summer solstice, so a lot going on this week. Plus, it's just me and the kids at the moment, so we've been spending a lot of time swimming and going to parks and playing and fun things. So I still wanted to make sure that I didn't miss a week of doing a podcast, but I didn't want it to be just fluff in the absence of having time to cover the deeper topics that I want to cover in the next few weeks. So I decided it made sense to give you a card reading, which we haven't done on the podcast in a while. So also, first of all, if these cards resonate, or just if you just decide that you want your own reading regardless, if you want a more personalized reading, you can always reach out. I do them via email on my website, and you can choose from a couple different spreads. But I keep intending to put up a link for you to book a reading to do over Zoom. I haven't done that yet. But prior to me getting that up and going, if you do want to do a reading over Zoom, please just reach out to me and let me know, and we can definitely get something set up. You don't have to wait for me to get around to creating a link. You can just reach out and ask, and we can set up a time, and I'll give you the payment link, and it'll be awesome. So I pulled 3 cards from my Star Temple Oracle, and then I got 4 cards out of the Energy Oracle deck. So when I opened the Star Temple, and I noticed the first card that was technically the bottom of the deck, but as I kind of turned it sideways and I saw that card face up, I could feel that the energy of the card meant that this was the first card. And what's interesting is all 3 cards from the Star Temple Oracle that came out all have to do with your intuition, your inner guidance, trusting that you are connected to the divine and that you have all the answers. So we first got this first card that I saw, the Oracle Forecast. I am the Oracle. My intuitive insights flow freely. And there's lots of beautiful like emerald greens and blues. There's light emanating from the heart chakra here. So being heart-centered, guided by your heart, trusting your intuition, that divine connection. Then we got the Visionary, Awake, with an intuitive perspective. I see the bigger picture. This one has lots of white, lots of gold. The third eye is shining on this one. And then The lapis lazuli star, starlight, my inner vision guides me to my higher purpose. So this is lots of, lapis lazuli is kind of normally like a dark blue, but there's lots of deep purples on here too, which is getting into your third eye and into your crown chakra. So it's all heart-centered, trusting your intuition. So whatever you have been wanting answers to, this is probably not the response to it that you want, but the answer is you have the answers. And I have felt this way too lately, where I've been really unable to relax enough to connect and get the answers that I'm looking for. I finally, for the first time in quite a while, got myself to sit down and do like not a full Reiki session, but more Reiki on myself than I've done in a long time. And honestly, even just doing some, they call it soul work. It's like homework in one of Casey Villard's free challenges that I'm doing right now, the Offer Vortex, which you can still hop into if that sounds like something that you want to do as well. Writing out my answers to that, it kind of made me, I don't want to say confused, not confused, but almost somehow at the same time finding a little more clarity, guiding me towards how I'm actually supposed to bring forth my purpose in this world. And I know that's really vague and doesn't make a lot of sense, but the point is that even if you're having a hard time sitting and listening, just start writing, just start journaling. What I used to do a long time ago was I got a prayer journal, and I would start off, Dear God, and I would just write. So it was kind of journaling, but also part prayer. And there were times when just in writing out what was frustrating me, I found clarity and peace around whatever was going on. I found answers. And there were even some times when I found that it wasn't me really writing the answer. I could tell it was God guiding the pen because I was answering whatever I had just written, and it did not feel like it was coming from me. So really quickly, just a couple things from the book for these cards. The Oracle, the one with the heart chakra shining. Embrace your intuitive intelligence and focus on service. See, know, feel, and express your innate awareness with honorable intentions. Trust in your own inner oracle and cosmic link to the divine. Then our visionary card, you have the gift of inner vision and intuitive foresight. With this power, you look forward and can see your goals materializing in front of your very eyes. Dream extravagantly as your vision will manifest with courageous intent. And then the lapis lazuli doesn't give a whole lot of deeper meaning. Just that line, my inner vision guides me to my higher purpose, and just mentions about how lapis lazuli is a crystal known to open the third eye chakra and balance the throat chakra. It stimulates psychic sight and enhances dream recall and interpretation. Wear or place lapis lazuli at the throat to amplify clairvoyance and visualization. Which is fun. This is not around my throat, but I did recently buy a lapis lazuli bracelet, so it's still somewhere near me. So then from the energy deck, this was pretty interesting because the first card that came out was the World. Expansion, opening up. This card is reminding you to expand your vision and contemplate some much broader options. The world is wide, so there's a lot out there to consider. Drawing this card also lets you know that you have unlimited resources available to you, and now is the time to think big. As they say, the world is your oyster, so get ready to gobble it up. Then, right next to each other, one right after the other, the anxiety card and the financial constraints card popped out. And if you were there for any of the card pulls I did recently, the financial constraints card has popped out for some people recently, but it was reversed. It's better when it's in a reversed position because it means the financial constraints are going away. In this case, because it came out right next to the anxiety card, I don't believe that it means specifically that you're having financial constraints necessarily, or that you're about to, or that that's where you're headed. And by any means, I think it means that there's anxiety about finances. But right after that, I pulled one more card, and the card that came out was Woman Holding a Coin. So it's the female connection. So this is feminine energy in money, health, or value. When the card comes upright in a woman's reading, it may refer to her directly and to a successful endeavor regarding her own finances or health. This card could also signal a woman of support or assistance regarding these issues. She may give you financial advice or connect you with someone who does. This woman may be someone you meet where you make your money, or it may be a woman of wealth and value. Either way, this card is telling you to be on the lookout for helpful assistance connected to a woman of wealth or business. So it's coming. You have all of these possibilities, you have all of this intuitive insight, but there's anxiety, self-doubt, worry holding you back. And it's always the traditional worrying about money that we all have. So that's normal. But if you can lean into your intuition, lean into that connection to God, lean into that trust in yourself, in the divine, in your divineness, your divinity, trust that abundance is your birthright, it's all going to happen. It's going to happen. You can't mess up what's meant for you. You just can't. Maybe you can delay it, I'm not really sure, but I feel like one way or another, it's always going to make its way to you. You decide what the path looks like on the way there. So I suppose you could delay it because you could make it a bumpier ride. You could learn a few extra lessons along the way. Or you can make it really simple and lean into that trust. So I know this is a message for me too. So I hope that this resonated for you. Again, if you want a personal reading specific to you, please go to the website or reach out to me for the link and let me know if you want to do it over Zoom. And if you don't see a link to do it over Zoom, just reach out and tell me and we'll get that link for you. So that's where I'm going to leave this one today. I hope this message was inspiring and helpful in getting you to move forward, taking action on your purpose. You really do have all of the answers you need. You really do have everything you need to move forward and be successful in what you want to do, in bringing forth what you want to bring forth, creating what you want to create. You're never not connected to God. You are here to create. So stop denying that innate power that you have. Stop denying how powerful you are. And own who you really are. Own your divinity. Own the abundance that is meant for all of us. That there's plenty for everybody. Just be yourself, shine your light, and step forward, for crying out loud. All right. Thank you so much for being here. And I will see you next time.